We are all that is. We are all powerful and all knowing. Once we can align with our true essence, with what we are, with highest consciousness, if you so want, we have the realization and can internalize that we are all that is, and all that is us. Hello and welcome. Thank you for joining me today for this session. And today I feel guided to speak about self-realization, self-awareness, and self-realization. Now, I've made various videos already, and pretty much all the videos I talk about are about self-awareness. And what I mean by that is not just being aware of our energy, being aware of our physical body, but also the awareness of what we truly are. Now, I have made a video months ago about what is our purpose. And if you haven't seen that yet, feel free to go and watch that, because I think it has a lot of explanations already and maybe the foundation for this video in case you do not know what I'm talking about. If you're new to this channel, if you're new to my videos, I highly suggest you go back to this video I made. Now, I made plenty of other videos, but I think the video where I speak about why are we here, what is our purpose, is a good start for this type of subject. Okay? So self-realization really is what people would call enlightenment or awakening or higher consciousness, if you so want, even though there is, in that sense, no higher consciousness. There is energy consciousness, one energy consciousness that creates and lives every single body, whether it be plant or animal or human or any other being, and every single thing. There is one consciousness or conscious awareness, conscious presence that is creating all of that and living this. Okay, so that's why a lot of people speak about non-duality or a non-dual awakening. However, there is really nobody asleep, even though a lot of beings out there consider other beings as to be asleep and not awake. The conscious awareness, conscious presence that I am referring to, or that this video is talking about, is never asleep, is always present, is always aware, wide awake, looking through every being's eyes. Yes? However, because we as humans hold so many stories and beliefs and thoughts in our brain, in our mind, that this conscious awareness many times, many cases, is not recognized, because the brain, the thoughts, what we call mind, overrides everything. And so we're living only aware of our thoughts, of our brain, of our mind, and not having that awareness of what we truly are. I hope that makes sense. So in that way, many human bodies, bodies, lack connection to this conscious awareness, to all that is, because they operate through their mind. Now the connection comes through the heart, because the heart is non-judgmental and is unconditional love, which is the conscious awareness. This awareness that is being spoken about here is so free and so powerful and confident and so full of love that it can allow everything and anything we experience in the external and internal worlds to happen. Yes, there is no judgment. There is no taking sides. That's why it is often called, labeled, non-duality, because duality implies there is one and another. There is a me and a you. There is a me and others. And once you have this internal realization that there is no other, that there are appearances of bodies, of trees, of houses, cars, a whole world, what we call world out there, but it is all being operated, created and operated by the same conscious awareness, one consciousness, one energy. Yes? So this realization of what we truly are, this what people call enlightenment, awakening, it doesn't matter, it's all labels, cannot be taught and cannot be learned. It is a internal recognition and realization through the heart, not through the mind. The mind may grasp concepts of it, but a concept is not what truly is still a concept of the mind. The true recognition and realization comes from within, comes through the heart. And again, it cannot be taught, it cannot be learned, it cannot be read out in books. That's just, again, concepts of the mind. But it does not contain the true recognition internalized, because the mind cannot comprehend what this truly is, what we truly are, because the mind is finite and we truly are, our essence is infinity. Yes? So there really is no me and there really is no you, because that would imply there is at least two. But we're talking about one conscious awareness, one energy consciousness. Yes? And you may call that God, Creator, Source, the universe, the multiverse. It doesn't matter. It does not care what we, these bodies, call it. Yes? It has no care. Okay? But it has so much love and compassion for all that is. Anything and everything, any being and every being, that it does not judge. Okay? And once you get this internal recognition, not through the mind, again, the mind cannot comprehend this, because the mind is dual. We have two hemispheres in the brain, and so the brain always goes, there's one and there's the other. Yes, like opposites, black, white, good, bad, ugly, pretty. Yes, the brain always has opposites, opposing sides, and holds opposing opinions. Yes, but what this is talking about is one. No opinion, no judgment, no labels. Just the true essence of what we are. Just one. There is no me and no you. There is no other. It's just one consciousness. Yes? So that's why it is labeled non-dual or non-duality, because it is considered to be just one energy, consciousness, presence, awareness that is creating all of this. Yes? And dual implies two, and this is only one, so it is non-dual, not two or more than two, just one. Okay? Now, if we look at many religions, imply that there is one God or one consciousness, one awareness. This, what I am talking about, is not a religion. It is not a cult. It is not a religion. It is an awareness, a recognition within. Yes? And it includes everything and anything. Now, if we look at many religions, when they speak about one God, that God is still an other being outside. Yes? But this is not what this is talking about here. There is no other being outside of this. Yes? It is one energy consciousness living and creating everything and anything that is out there. Okay? Again, the mind cannot comprehend this. It needs to be recognized and internalized with the heart in order to truly see the world, what we perceive as outside world, in a non-dual, non-judgmental way. Because once it is seen, recognized, realized, internalized, that everything what we perceive as out there is us, yes, then there is no more judging, because it is all us, all one consciousness. There isn't an us either. There is just one consciousness. So this is not speaking about we each have a soul. If you look at how many bodies appear in our external world reality, and let's say it's 7 billion bodies, human bodies, plus then animals and plants, and they each have a soul, and they're on a path to get to somewhere, to learn, or no. This is one soul, source, creator, consciousness, whatever. One that is living every single body, whether it be human or animal or plant. Yes? That recognition that we are the sky, the earth, the moon, the sun. We are all that is. Now, many beings will refer to unity consciousness, but then consider to have a soul that needs to reach unity consciousness, to all come together as one. That's not what this is talking about. We are already one. Yes? There is no millions of souls coming together as one. No. We are one soul in every single being and every single thing that is out there. Okay? So there's a couple of things I would like to mention that can appear or drop with this internal realization that there is only one and we are all one. For instance, for years now, I have not felt the need to protect myself from anything out there. Okay? Because once it is seen and recognized and realized, truly seen, that everything out there is us. Everything out there is the same. Yes? Then there is no more need for protecting my energy or protecting my life. Yes? Because it is recognized and realized that whatever is out there is a projection of one consciousness, projecting through each single physical body, appearing physical body, perceived physical body, because everything is energy. Even what we consider solid bodies, trees, solid stone, houses, rocks, whatever, is energy. It's just a more compact, more dense energy. Yes? That's why some beings say we are very dense energy. Well, if you want to be physical and conscious awareness wants to be physical, so we're not here by chance, we're here for a purpose, to experience, to be physical. Yes? So then yes, it has to be the denser, compact, the more dense the energy, the more physical it is. Yes? And the more weight gravity it seems to have. Those are all labels. But just to put it in a little bit of perspective, yes, conscious awareness wants to be physical and experience a physical life. Yes? So that's why there are so many different ones, different bodies, different things out there. That's why there is this huge variety of nature. Yes? Because conscious awareness loves variety, loves experiencing life as a bird, as an ant, as a tree, as the sun, as the moon, as the sky, as a cloud, as a raindrop, as the ocean. Yes? But the majority part of nature, or pretty much all of nature, except for human bodies, is aware that they are connected, that they are not a perceived individual, but that they are an expression of that one consciousness, of that one conscious awareness, conscious presence. Yes? Animals are very connected. Trees are very connected. You can connect to trees, to animals, to plants, to the sky. You can connect to a cloud. You can connect to the ocean if you would like. Yes? It's a matter of perception and perspective, because once you internalize and recognize and realize that you are all that, you can then shift into the perspective of what it is like to be a dog or a tree or a flower or a cloud. Yes? When it is seen that we are all that. Truly seen, not just with the mind. Okay? So another thing that largely falls away is the constant mind chatter, and I've spoken in many videos about mind and perception and awareness and the ego, what we call ego. Now this is not all separate entities or separate things. It is all part of this physical human experience and designed to be that way, if you so want, created to be that way. There is no coincidence in this, yes? But a lot of this mind clutter and beliefs falls away because it is seen that they are exactly that, beliefs and illusions and stories that we hold on to, that the mind, the brain, the physical body holds on to. Yes? Now, as I said, you can tune into other bodies if you so want. You can, there are beings that can communicate with trees and with animals, and they do that because they are that animal, that tree, that plant, whatever they're tuning into. Yes? And there are people who can read thoughts or appear to be reading thoughts. It's because they can tune into that energetic field of that other physical body, because they are the energy consciousness in that physical body. It is, again, just one. There is no other. There is a physical appearance of others out there to enhance this experience, because if there was only one body appearing in this whole external world that we perceive as world, it would be rather boring. We would constantly be talking to ourselves, which we do, because this is just a conversation of energy consciousness talking to energy consciousness. Yes? But it is more fun not knowing this, and that's why we do not remember, because we cannot hold that much energy information, because even information is energy, and these physical bodies cannot hold that much information in the physical body so that we would all know what we are. That's why many beings do not remember, and that too is on purpose, because if every physical being remembered, everybody knew, yes, the world would definitely, the perceived world would be more calm and peaceful place. Yes, but again, that was not the design of this energy consciousness playing here. This is a playful approach to life. And we humans have made everything so serious, so very serious, because many human bodies run through their mind and not through their heart. And when you come through the mind, everything is about surviving and protection and having more than you need and control and all these things. Yes, that's what the mind is good at. And I say this again, and I said this before, the mind is a very useful tool. Yes, to get us experiencing this apparently physical reality, this world out there. It's a very useful tool. Yes. But the mind can also cloud our awareness. I hope that makes sense. And you feel free to look at my other videos. I made many other videos about the mind and limiting beliefs and the stories the mind holds and all of that. All of this is part of what is clouding, veiling our awareness of what we truly are. If you hear people talking about, oh, there is a veil, and that's the mind veiling our true essence, our true awareness. Yes? Because the mind, with this physical body, the mind is the brain, okay? There is no separation there. The mind is the brain, and what we call ego is also the mind, the brain, our thoughts, yes, that come with this physical body, the body that we're perceivedly in. And there is no separation. Yes? But when we operate on the mind and not on our authentic awareness of what we truly are, again, it is all about survival. The mind is constantly in survival mode. Yes? So I feel it is difficult for bodies, people are identities that the mind creates. Okay? I feel it is difficult to comprehend this information if it has not been actualized, internalized, realized, seen through the illusion basically of the mind. So I think a good analogy would be when children play, especially young children. One child plays, it's one child playing, and it has stuffed animals and dolls and cars, and it is operating and moving all of them, making it seem like there is a whole commotion of animals, stuffed animals, dolls and cars playing together. Apparently a whole armada of stuffed animals and dolls and cars and trucks and whatever not. But it is one child only making that play, making that make-believe show. Yes? One child only playing with, let's say, 20 different items and making them come alive. Yes? And this is what energy, consciousness, conscious awareness, creator, source, whatever you would like to label it, this is what this is. One energy, just like if it was one child, one energy, animating, operating through every single body, and not just operating through, but also creating at the same time. That's why these physical bodies that we have are literally the creators of our own reality. And once this is seen and recognized and realized, then we can by choice influence our life, our reality, in a way that we prefer. Yes? Now, even though it is seen that there is everything in balance, and there is no good, bad, no labels, no judgment, there are still preferences. Yes? Like this character prefers peace and calm and quiet. Yes? And so that, once that is seen, that we do with our mind and our emotions and our spoken words, create our reality, not just affected but created as we go, so to speak. Manifestation, you heard probably of law of attraction. Now, we're not attracting it, we're literally creating it as we go. Yes, by aligning to certain things, by aligning with certain, let's say, wishes, desires, or preferences, whatever you would like to call it, because every physical body comes with its own character traits. Because if we were all the same, that would be very boring. Yes, if we looked all the same and acted all the same and talked all the same, that would be boring. Yes? Conscious awareness loves diversity and variety. And when you look at nature, you can see that. It seems only the human body, mind, has an issue with that, has an issue with diversity and variety. Nature doesn't. And neither does source, creator, spirit. You know? No. It's just the human brain, because again, the brain has two hemispheres, left, right. So everything is either or. Once you can balance brain and heart, especially when this is all seen through, there is I don't want to say no more at all, but a lot of these labels and stories and beliefs falls away, because it is seen for what it is, and it is seen that this is not necessary at all. Okay, this is talking about an innate, intuitive knowing. So theoretically, you don't need the mind, because this body can function without the mind. It definitely can. Bodies can function without the mind. The mind is just an add-on to make things more interesting, if you so want. That's how Source Creator Spirit sees it. The mind makes it more interesting. Yes? And then it comes down to the character, what the character does with the mind, with the thoughts, with the emotions, and with the awareness of this all being seen and recognized and realized and internalized. The mind, the emotions, all that can actually be used as useful tools, and the mind is not overriding everything. Okay? So again, this is not a teaching. This is not something that can be learned. This is something some beings say it just happens, everything just happens. But once the awareness is there, it is seen for what it is, and it is seen through, and it is seen what this reality is, what we call the world. Yes, it is seen that time does not exist, and that time is not linear. Yes, there is no linear progression in this, even though it appears that way for lack of a better word, the sake of this experience. It appears to be, we're getting born, we're growing up, getting older, going to school, getting a job, all these things. Yes? But that's just an appearance for the sake of this experience. Yes? Because it would make no sense if one day you're a baby, the next day you're an adult, then you're back to a baby. But when people, bodies, beings say they can time travel, that's how you can move back and forth in the presumable timelines. Yes, by recognizing and realizing time doesn't exist, and you're all that is. Everything happens at once, so you can be literally, if your awareness is there, your presence, your awareness is there, you can literally be at any given moment in this all that is. Yes? You can go back in time, as some people say. There is no back in time, because everything is at once, but because everything is at once, you can go and affect something that perceivably happened in the past. You can affect that past once you have that presence and that awareness. Okay? But once you have that presence and that awareness, it is also seen that everything is okay the way it is, and there is no need to change anything. Yeah? So I just felt the need, the intuition to talk about this, to speak about this, speaking to no one, as there is no body other than one consciousness. It is a reflection of what is being projected through the body. And since in every perceived body has a different makeup, a different DNA, a different characteristic, the projection that is coming through, even though it is one same consciousness energy, the projection coming through the body varies, is different, individual. That's why we perceive to be individuals, even though we're just one consciousness. Yes. So I'm trying to keep this on the shorter side. I keep saying that and it doesn't turn out that way, but I try to keep this on a shorter side because I'm limited, literally limited with space, with capacity of uploading my videos, saving my videos. So if you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment. Again, if you feel lost with the information in this video, and that's completely okay, that is not an issue, there's no judgment, okay? Every physical body, again, has its own characteristics, its own traits, and is on a perceived different journey, okay? Even though there is really no journey, there's nowhere to get to. But the body still seems to be growing and evolving, you know, in a linear timeline manner. So, but if you feel confused with this information, I implore you to go back and look at my other videos, because pretty much all of the videos I'm making are connected regarding the information. So there probably is something in the older videos or my previous videos that will activate some sort of spark, memory, whatever you would like to call it, to make sense of the information in this video. So I would like to thank you for taking the time to be present here today. I really appreciate it. And I hope that this brought some, again, food for thought, food for emotion, some sort of activation, memories or something, to feel that connection, you know, and to live by the heart. Because it makes this whole human physical experience so much more enjoyable. And that's truly what we are here for, to enjoy this experience, to enjoy life, to enjoy being here. That is not saying that everything is always happy and everything is always perceived good and goes well. No, there are always challenges that we built into this life to have a diverse experience. Yes, otherwise every single experience, every single life would be the same. If we were all the same, if we all had the same character traits, and again, it would be boring. Life, creator, source, spirit, the universal consciousness, the universe, whatever you would like to label it, loves diversity and loves to experience in a playful way. Yes, and once this is internalized and seen through, life becomes so much more enjoyable. I see you, I appreciate you, I honor you. The light in me recognizes that same light within you, because we are all that same light. One consciousness, one light. Okay? It's a reflection. The outside world that we're projecting is a reflection back to us of what's going on within. Much love and blessings.